Let's see if we can batch out a couple of rolling pins. Hello everyone, welcome to Piedra Designs. This week what we've got mounted up on the lathe is a spindle blank of maple. It's about 23 inches long. I know you guys can't see the other end of this. I've got two blanks that are about 1 7/8 inches square right now. I'm hoping we can stay as close to the 1 7/8 as possible. We might end up down around 1 3/4 inches. But anyways, since I've started turning, I've had several people, including my wife, ask if I could turn up some rolling pins, and they've all asked for the French style rolling pins, which, as near as I can find, those are usually made around 2 inches in diameter or just a little bit smaller. So that's what we're going to do. The other thing I found is they usually have about a 5-inch taper on the end. So that's what we're going to go with. We're going to do about a 5-inch taper and about a 12-inch rolling surface area. So I've got a 23-inch blank. I'm leaving myself a 1/2 inch on each end for cutoff room. And I guess without further ado, we need to get with it. Going to be turning at about 2,000 RPM. Because this thing's so long and I can't get my camera far enough away to get the whole thing in here, we're just going to show you guys working on this end, but whatever we do on this end will be the same on the other end. All right, we've got it all roughed down to round and basically straight, but we need to be sure the rolling surface itself is parallel the whole length. So we're going to, okay, we're a little smaller there in the middle. Yeah, the ends are good. The middle is a little bit smaller, so we need to take a little bit more down from the middle towards the ends. All right, we've got that basically down to round. Before we start smoothing that, I'm going to establish my diameter at the end here. I'm not sure exactly what that should be, so I'm going to go with 7/8, and we'll taper from whatever this is down to 7/8. I've got my calipers set. Okay, now we need to get this sanded up, and unfortunately in sheet goods, the coarsest I have is some 150. If I was a little bit more practiced up with the skewer or something, I might get that cleaned off a little better where 150 would be appropriate, but this is probably going to take a little bit of time. But I'm just wrapping the sandpaper around a straight piece of wood, and I can sand this like that without yeah, this is going to take a little bit with this 150 to get rid of all the tool marks and the tear out there. But I'll do the same thing like that on these tapers on the handles. Just use that straight edge of that wood to keep that taper good and straight. And we'll see you guys in a little bit when I'm done sanding. So we're sanded up through 220 now, and I've wiped it down with a little bit of denatured alcohol, get rid of the sanding dust. And now we're going to apply some Howard cutting board oil. This is just a food grade mineral oil. It does have vitamin E added into it, which just helps as an antibacterial. And then while that's soaking in, just going to give it a light sand with some 320 grit with the direction of the grain. And then now that that's had a few minutes to soak in with that mineral oil, we're going to go ahead and put a little butcher block conditioner on it. The same thing, it's food grade mineral oil, but this does have a little bit of wax in it too. And as that mineral oil that's in there soaks into the wood, you can feel the wax starting to tack up a little bit. I'll give that another couple of minutes for that to soak in. All right, so we've got our third one done now. We're gonna get it parted off here. I'm just using a thin parting tool to part this off. I'll take it down about 1/4 of an inch or so, and then use a saw to finish it. So that's that simple. I'll just finish up sanding the ends of these and put a little mineral oil on them, and we'll be good to go.